guys, welcome back to my channel.
My bad, I'm pretty than a motherfucker. Hoes be looking okay. She thinking she fucking with me. Is this bitch okay? He said he ain't fucking around.
Okay guys, so I have recorded this video maybe 2 times already, and this is the last time I'm gonna do it because first time I got discouraged, didn't like the video. Second time, video was perfect, video deleted. And now we're here for the last one because I just feel like this one's gonna eat better and I'm more positive about it. But I'm going to be telling you guys a story time. I have a bunch of story times that I've always wanted to tell you guys, and I wanted to make this a cute little new series just so y'all get to know me a little bit more about me, and you know, just have these stories so when I ever want to look back I'll be like, oh yeah, that thing vibes, you know what I mean? So I'm going to also try to do my makeup while I'm telling the story. I'm not really good at multitasking, but we can try. Get your popcorn, get everything you need to be entertained, or do your makeup with me. It's like a girl party, chisme party. I can't find the other black one, so if you guys see this, don't judge. Just don't look. I mean, you can really tell. I'm gonna be telling you guys about the time that I think I got roofied. Now, I am gonna be telling you guys, I think, and it's alleged, obviously, because I literally just don't know for a fact that this happened to me, but there's just conspiracies and situations that have happened after that just made me think there's no other reason but then that happened. So basically, my sophomore year, mainly junior year, this was sophomore year entering junior year, summer, I used to you know, light up with my friends. We used to every day, that's when I think I started, was during the summer. That was when I was doing it the most, because obviously there was no school, there was nothing else but to do that, you know what I mean? That was literally our source of entertainment all summer. That's so bad, y'all get me? So, and when you first start doing it, that's how it is. You'll be addicted to it without even being addicted. If you get me, you get me. Basically, me and my friends, we used to meet up with people that we knew, mainly people from our high school. People from our high school, we used to just light up from people from our high school, people that we knew, shit like that. And these particular people that I'm gonna be talking about in this situation, I grew up with them, but I never lit up with them. This was the first time ever. I've known these guys since elementary school, and I never hung out with them because I was never one of the girls that would have guy friends. I feel all the guys hated me. I don't know why, because I'm that bitch or something. Yeah, guys never fucking fucked with me, but yeah. I didn't have no guy friends. So when we would light up with guys, I would just be weird, but whatever. Basically, we were gonna light up with my best friend's best friend. Now this is a guy that she liked. I'm sorry for putting your business out there, girl, but she had liked him, and this was my best friend at the time. I'm not friends with this girl anymore. I doubt she's gonna see this video, but if she does, I'm sorry for airing you out. But she was in love with her best friend, so she was in love with her best friend. So when she had told me oh, we should light up with, let's call this dude fucking John, I don't fucking know, but whatever. She was let's light up with John. I was yeah, girl, I'm down, whatever, fuck it. Cause you know, I'm here for my girl. If you're gonna have time with your man, cause that's how it was in my head. That was her man. In my head, that was her man. You know, I was yeah, bitch, I'm down. Fuck it, invite him. I remember at this time, we used to light up by this, we used to call it the trap house. It's not really a trap house, but we used to call it the trap house. And basically it was a house that was next to my house that was abandoned. But what's crazy is that I used to have this friend that lived there, and then he moved away, whatever. He wasn't really my friend, but I grew up with him, and our parents were cool. So you know, it didn't mean we were cool, but you get me. Yeah, he lived there, and then after that no one ever moved there, ever. And then it was under construction, and then that's when we used to light up. To me, it was abandoned, so literally that's what we used to do. We used to light up there. We used to go to the backyard, because it was the backyard, duh. and that's where we used to like light up, and there was like a little banquito. We used to all sit down. Like there used to be like 10 heads back there. That shit is crazy, but whatever. 10 heads is exaggerating, but this day that I'm talking about, there was actually maybe like 6 or 7 or 8 of us. So yeah, so my best friend, she was like, yeah, let's invite them, whatever. She invites them. So he ends up pulling up with like a bunch of guys. Obviously I knew every single one of them. There was not like one that I didn't know. So he pulled up with like his friends, and then he pulled up with this one guy. And this one guy, I was always scared of him because he was like those guys that they like them crazy drugs. Like he was one of those guys. Like he used to do that crazy shit like in elementary school. Like that's how I knew that he was like not okay. And I feel so bad, but like he used to do the craziest shit. I mean, honestly, I didn't know he did, but you just knew he did. Do you get me? You get me? Like I didn't hear anything about it, but you would at the same time. It was so weird to explain it, but yeah. So I was always scared of him. So when he had pulled up, I was like, that's weird, but okay, because he is friends with them. Like I know that they're friends with him, and I knew that he was like kind of like their plug. Do you get me? So I knew he was a plug. I don't want to say he was, but I have a feeling he was. Like there's a part of me that says that what we were what we were lighting up with, y'all are never gonna catch me. What we were lighting up with was that he was providing. So period. Then we all like sit, whatever, we're talking. I'm barely talking. I know how I am with when I'm around guys. I just don't know how to act because I always just feel like they're gonna like talk shit about me. Like that's what I have trauma with men. Like men, I hate men because that's all like my experience was just like getting bullied by them. So I was like, I hate guys. So I just remember like I was just like quiet, whatever. My friend is like talking to her best friend, whatever, they're talking, whatever, yapping it up. Y'all, as soon as I remember we were lighting up before that. Like before they came with us, we had already lit up. But I was never those like tweakers. Like I was never a tweaker. Like there was people that I used to light up with that used to like tweak out, and I used to tweak out, but like in my fucking head. Like I was always paranoid, but I was never like on some like ruin everybody shit type vibe. Like I was never on some like, you know, some crazy shit. And there was people that were. So like I just remember like I was just super quiet, and we're hitting this, whatever. And I remember like we had lit up before, so I know that like we had smoked I know we had lit up before, but like I know I didn't have any of those like in me anymore because it's been like an hour. Like if you know what I'm talking about, you know. So whatever. So we're there, we're lighting up, they're like talking, whatever. And I just remember like me going in and out. Like the vision of me thinking about it, it's just me going in and out, like blackouts. And I remember like feeling like, what the fuck? So I remember me saying like, oh bitch, like I gotta go. Like I remember I looked at my phone because that's the first thing I do. Like when anything is happening, I'll look at my phone to see if like, bitch, I felt so out of body at that moment. Like I'm not even trying to lie. It felt so out of body. Like I just kept like going in and out, like blackouts here and there, and I was like, what the hell? And I remember having it in my hand, and I was just like, okay, what the fuck? So I had passed it, and then I just remember like this is where I feel like maybe it's not that, because it was just giving like everyone was staring at me. Like I remember I felt everyone staring at me, like looking at me, and I was just like, yo, like I gotta go home. So I just remember like me telling my best friend like, bitch, I gotta go home. And she's like, oh yeah. And like I remember she wanted to stay. Like obviously she's with her man and her best friend, like she that's not her man, okay, but I keep saying she's with her man because that's what it gave. So she's with him, so like obviously she didn't want to leave him, but I wasn't feeling well, and I didn't want to like embarrass myself with like saying anything because everybody else looked fucking normal to me. Like they just looked fried, but to me like I was just like on a whole other level. So I just wanted to go home, especially since I live right there. Like bitch, I'm gonna go home. So I remember like I was like, okay bitch, like I'm gonna go home, like bye. And she had like, I remember her coming with me. Like she did not just like leave me going home by myself. She came with me. Like, I remember and I don't. Do you get me? It's so weird. Like, it's so like in and out memory, which is like crazy because that's exactly how I remember it from the day of. Like, I don't forget this situation, but this is that exactly how I remember, just in and out. It's like me walking and then coming in and out. Me like I was walking, whatever. And then I remember going up the stairs, but I remember that I was going up this, I felt like I was crawling up the stairs, but it didn't feel like I was crawling up the stairs. So I remember like I get up to the top of the stairs and she's like, bitch, why are you walking up the stairs like that? And I'm like, how am I walking up the stairs? She's like, bitch, you're crawling. And I'm like, I don't know, like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like I literally, like I feel so, like I told her, I was like, I feel so high, like I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. And she was like, bitch, like it's okay, whatever. I was just like, no, this is not like normal. So I remember like we had a couch, not a couch, like we had like a chair in la sala, and I had sat down in la sala, and I remember like looking into the TV, and I was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I was like, bitch, this is not normal. Like I do not feel, this is not normal. Like this is not the usual, the usual hangout, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck is wrong? So I was like, bitch, like I'm gonna go to sleep. That's exactly what I said. I told my best friend, I was like, bitch, you gotta go because I'm gonna go to sleep. Like I do not feel well, whatever, like I'm gonna knock the fuck out. And y'all, I did not wake up until the next day, like swear. So now we're gonna be talking about a different moment, and this is the moment that solidified everything for me. Junior year, we're in school. It's, I believe, like November, because I remember like making this, like this friend group became a thing during like Halloween, Thanksgiving, those vibes. So we used to like have this, it wasn't even a friend group. I hate saying that they were my friends because they were really not my friends. Like I have like a very, I don't use that word very easily. Like, bitch, I'm not gonna say you're my friend if you're not really my friend. So there were like these guys that we used to go to school with, and we used to like hang out with them after school because my best friend was cool with one of them, and it was like a friend group mixing with another friend group. You get it, you get it. So we used to like all hang out, we used to like drink, we go out, vibes like that, right? Like high school vibes, tellies, bullshit, like bullshit like that. And junior year, I feel like I went to the most house parties ever. Like junior, sophomore year, house parties all the fucking time. That shit is crazy. Like nobody does that shit now. Like, bitch, I'm grown now. Where are the house parties? But like at the same time, it's like, bitch, I don't even want to go out. Like I'm an abuela. So we used to just like get lit, whatever. And then one day they had rented out like a telly, whatever. And we all like met up at the telly. We were gonna like drink, play dominoes, like all that shit and chill. So Kelsey had invited, Kelsey. I mean, y'all know Kelsey. Fuck that, like Kelsey, right? Or should I not say Kelsey? I don't know. But my best friend, that is actually my best friend. This is not the best friend that I was talking about in the last story. But my best friend had invited like her co-workers, which were friends with the guys that were like already coming. So, you know, if it was perfect, like period, like y'all all friends, period. So one of her co-workers had invited the scary guy. Okay, y'all remember him from story number 1? He had invited the scary guy. So I remember like, again, I was scared because like I used to see him at parties, but it was never like with us. Like he was never with us, so I never really minded him because he was cool. People were like, yeah, I'll dap him up, like what's good, but that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like it was never like, we was never in the same circle. I remember like he was there, and Atelier is way more intimate because it was only like what, 8 of us in the room, and we're all like playing. Like it's way more intimate. So I was just like, again, scared. So whatever, he comes in with a bottle, lit vibes, and he had came in with like, you know, tweed, and I'm like, okay, period, like we all gonna get lit, period, like. But my best friend had told me that he had brought, you know, some extra curricular items, pastillas, okay, pastillas, pills. And I remember like, I was like, okay, like period, because I know he does that. And it's not like he's offering me, and at the end of the day, if he did offer me, bitch, I wouldn't do that shit. Like that shit's just not my vibe. So I was like, okay, period, scary. But period, like, period him, like that's his vibe, whatever, he can do that shit. So we're all vibing, whatever. And we end up I end up playing dominoes with this guy, and let's name him Rhino. I don't know what else to call him, but that just came in my head. So Rhino was like, let's play dominoes. So we all started playing dominoes, whatever, and I had ended up playing with him, and we're playing whatever, and like the losing thing was drinking out of the bottle that was on the table. So he's like, okay, yeah, I bet, like, I'm down. I end up winning, and I think I ended up winning twice. We did not play too many games, like, I swear to God, and it was just like, there's no way that this man could have gotten this fucked, the way he got fucked up off of 2 drinks. And I know he might have been like drinking before, but like there's no way that he was drinking so much where he was like the way he was. Basically, he ends up drinking, like he drinks whatever, and then we play again, he drinks again. So, and the last one, I was like, you know what, let me drink it with you because I'm a relaxed bitch, you know, I'm not gonna, like, I just felt bad because I was like, damn, like, this guy's gonna get drunk as fuck, and I'm here being like, you get to drink, ha ha ha, loser. So I was just like, you know, I'll take the last shot with you, like, fuck it. So I take the last shot with him, whatever, we go by our day. Not even a second, I don't even know how it happened because I wish I can like play every little second. But it was like, there was a moment where one guy that she had invited was like her friend, whatever, like I known him, but I was never like, I never talked to him, like maybe once when we like, maybe like a couple times when we would light up, but it doesn't even matter. Her friend, he's on the bed, he was already drunk, he had came like blacked out already, like he came already lit, so he's on the bed fucking like saying like I'm about to throw up. So we're here assisting him, like we're like, oh damn, like he's drunk. He used to do like crazy ass shit, so he was probably off of like 10,000 things. So because I remember like at that time he was like doing crazy shit, so I remember like he was like almost passed out. He's like, I'm about to throw up, whatever. So my best friend's taking care of him, and I'm just like there with my best friend, you know. So whatever, he's throwing up, and then bitch, I turn around and I look at Rhino dying, bruh. Rhino throwing up, Rhino like swinging back and forth, eyes rolling back. I'm like, Rhino fucking dying. So I'm like, oh my God, Rhino, are you okay? He's like, nah, like, I don't even remember what he said. I wish I could remember what exactly he said, but he was just like, nah, like, I didn't even drink that much. Like, I remember him saying that, and I was like, oh my God. I just remember, like, we were all taking care of him, whatever, because, you know, Rhino don't get that drunk. They were saying how Rhino can't get drunk. Like, Rhino never gets drunk. Like, he can drink, and he never gets drunk. And maybe this time he drank so much and he, like, tapped out his drinking. I don't know. Or something was put in that drink. But at the same time, I wasn't thinking that at that time. I was just like, oh my God, like, Rhino just got drunk as fuck. And I just felt bad the entire time. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, he's drunk. And I just felt bad because I was like, damn, bitch, like, it's kind of your fault because, like, you won the games. So, yeah, I just felt bad. That night ends, I get picked up, I go home, go to sleep, and, you know, go about my day. Tell me why my best friend goes to school. I don't know, we find out a few days later that crazy guy, scary guy, I don't even know what I call him, but the scary guy had ended up putting one of the pills that he was taking or drinking into the bottle.
Really, bitch? Really?
And I don't know if he had put 1 or 2 or 3 or I don't know. But the fact that he didn't tell nobody and he has said it as a joke after my best friend has said that that guy was drunk as fuck is crazy. Like, you're weird for that because if you don't say nothing, he literally did not even say like, y'all don't drink out that bottle. Like, but that's what you see, like, don't drink bottles that you have not seen been open or you have not been that you have not been paying attention to, because thank God I wasn't on that level and I didn't drink out that bottle as much. Even though I did, I took a fucking cup. Like, I took the cup with him. So the fact that, like, I don't know, maybe he got the pill more, I have no idea, and I don't even want to think about it. But it's just so scary that he knew what was in that bottle and he was just looking at us drink that shit. Like, you're weird. So then that made me, after my best friend had told me that, the whole day I remember me thinking like, yo, he probably put something in that fucking joint, and that's why I was tripping the fuck out, because there's no other way. Like, why is there 2 instances where the same guy is there and the same kind of thing kind of happens? Because that's exactly, like, I just felt like so, like, out of body. And I remember, like, I just felt like that guy probably felt out of body, and I never asked him. Yeah, I feel so bad. But yes guys, I hope you guys like this story time. I didn't end up finishing my makeup, and that's so funny, and it's okay, but I hope you guys like this video. If you guys want more story times, I have so many story times that I want to tell you guys. I just want to get them all together. I have this one big story time that I want to tell you guys, but I'm scared, but I will be telling you guys soon. But yeah guys, that's the end of my little story on the time that I think I got roofied. And I don't like making jokes about this because I just feel bad because there's people that actually have gone through this, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm like joking around about this. I definitely take this serious. I find this super fucking scary. I'm just the type of person that I try to make humor out of very, very bad things because I don't know, I'm just that type of bitch. I hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and that's basically all I use. And let's talk about TikTok almost being banned. But yes, follow me on Instagram. I feel like I'm more me on TikTok, but I feel like I'm more me on Instagram. So just follow me on both. Yeah, please comment what you guys want to see. I have so many videos planned for you guys, so I will see you guys soon.
I'll never make you feel like that.